Hi guys, and welcome back. We're back with the amazing Shinsengumi. Back with Soji Okita, and we're on chapter 2. And finally, we should have made it to the base, at least I hope we have. So let's find out what happened. You're quite worrisome. It might have been from walking around in a wet kimono last night, but the next day I had a splendid cold. Why is it in his chapter we always look up at the sky in the beginning? I say always, it's only the second chapter. It might have been because my tension eased up considerably. Weren't you the one who's supposed to be looking after me? Next to the futon, I was sleeping and Soji let out a sigh. How did I end up getting stuck with taking care of you? Because you're a nice, kind guy and you want to take care of me, I hope. I'm sorry. I tried to get up so I wouldn't cause him any more trouble. Despite my efforts, things did not go well as I felt dizzy from the fever. Unexpectedly, I felt something cold hit my forehead. It seemed to be a wet towel. Why didn't you get some sleep? I'll be here for you. Soji? Are you going to take care of me? Are you going to stay by my side? Why are you staying? Why are you staying? That just seems weird. Why? Okay, this one. Are you going to stay by my side? I'm not doing it for you. There's a book I wanted to read. It's easy to concentrate here because it's quiet. Still, it's reassuring to know that you'll be here with me. You're one of few desires, aren't you? As long as I'm here, I wouldn't mind showing you a little kindness. Soji read his book as he sat next to my futon. The room was silent, and for some reason the sound of him turning pages was rather loud. Even with the dizziness from my fever, I had trouble sleeping due to how nervous I was. What's wrong? You keep staring at me. Is there something on my face? Even though he was supposed to be concentrating on his book, Soji looked up and spoke to me. No, he noticed. My face reddened even more than before. Soji didn't pursue any further. He quietly soaked the towel in water and placed it on my forehead. It seems like you can't sleep. And enter drool face. Maybe it's me, but art style looks a little bit different. No, maybe it's just a shadow. I don't know. Oh no, I can't see. Okay. Seems like you can't sleep. Do you want to talk? He asked me, leaving his hand on top of my towel, as if to console me. Is that okay? I thought you were reading your book. I can't concentrate when I'm being stared at so intently. I'll start reading again as soon as you fall asleep. Then again, I can't talk about anything too interesting. All I can talk about is the Shinsengumi or about being a soldier. The Shinsengumi was renamed in September of last year. The shape of the Shinsengumi also changed around that time as well. The military put forth regulations and our duties were revised. It paved the way for new beginnings. Why just like you're reciting this? I'm just like, okay, and? You've been here even before that? I've been participating since it was an organization of a masterless samurai. I'm indebted to Captain Kondo's Seiken Dojo. I also met Vice Captain Hijikata around that time as well. Most of the central figures in Shinsengumi came from the Seiken Dojo. Shinpachi, Heisuke, Sanosuke, even Hajime went there for a period of time. He disappeared for a while, but we met again in Kyoto. That roughly brings us back to the present. Do you have any questions? Okay. So ask about the dojo, or ask about the military regulations. Oh, please, goodness, no. I don't... Dojo sounds more interesting. What kind of place is this Seikon Dojo? It's a dojo dedicated to the Tenin Rishinyu Ryu style of swordsmanship. Many swordsmen from the other schools gather there. Sanosuke uses a spear. I think everyone was captivated by Captain Kondo's personality. Actually, the number of students increased when Captain Kondo was put in charge. And so the people who remained here, I'm sure they were captivated by Captain Kondo. I'm one of those people. I'm sure Vice Captain Hijikata was one of those people as well. Whenever Soji talks about Asami, he's always so happy. He really admires him. I started to doze off. This may have been the consequence of getting too comfortable. I want to talk to Soji some more. Falling asleep would be such a waste, but Soji's voice was so soothing. Before I knew it, my consciousness faded. I felt something cold on my forehead. I opened my eyes in surprise. The room had become a bit dim. Soji? I spoke to the person sitting next to me to see who had changed the wet towel. Soji has left, a faint voice replied. His voice was bland. I couldn't discern any sort of emotion from his words. This man is... Is that you, Hajime? Sorry for troubling you. You came all the way here to check up on me. Thank you so much. You don't need to thank me. More importantly, take good care of Soji. Hajime silently stood up. With a bow, he left the room. He really only came to see how I was doing. Alone again, I suddenly felt anxious. I wonder where Soji went, even though he said he'd be here with me. I felt sad. I felt lonely. Lonely. It's like I've had someone in here this whole time and I was just gone. Even if he's a busy person, I still feel a little lonely. It's so strange. I didn't feel this way when Hajime left the room. Without Soji here with me, I felt very anxious. Something must have been wrong with me. If I told it to Soji, I'm sure he'd laugh. Or would he be surprised? As I thought that, the door near the hallway suddenly flew open. With her back facing the setting sun, someone peeked in. What have we here? Well, it was odd. It got dark all of a sudden. This voice, it's... Soji? What's wrong? You sound like you were about to break down in tears. Were you really that lonely while I was out? He had a teasing tone. Without even looking my way, he went across the room and lit the papered lantern. How are you feeling? You were fast asleep a while ago. Thanks to you, I feel a lot better. Soji sat next to my pillow and reached for the wet towel on my forehead. Huh? It's still cold. Did you change it yourself? Or did someone come here? Oh, yeah. Hajime was just here too. Oh, really now? Hajime came? Soji looked relieved after hearing that. It's cool, isn't he? He's always silent, seems uncaring, but he's actually very attentive to other people. You two get along well, don't you? Yes, I respect him. His swordsmanship is first class. I'd like to have a fight to the death with him someday. I don't think that's a good thing. A fight to the death. I thought you match would be perfectly fine. To kill each other doesn't sound so good. A fight to the death? I mean a sword fight. If we had one of us would most likely end up dead. Soji smiled while I was startled. It must have been a joke. I was surprised at how happy he was. He wouldn't disappoint me with his skill level. Then again, I have no desire to actually do it. Of course not. My life is in Captain Kondo's hands. But still the way I live my life. He said so frankly. It was as if he pushed away every other possibility. However, he looked content. I thought how much of a real samurai he was. Once again, I realized that. That's right. I was about to forget. Drink this. Soji sounded like he remembered something and took out a package from his sleeve. Is it cold medicine? What else would I have given you to drink? Nothing. But why are you getting something like that? Did he leave to get me some medicine? Oh. Why would I feel guilty? Well, okay, yeah, we kind of made him have to do that, but he went out of his way, so I'm going to feel grateful. Thank you. You went out of your way to get this medicine for me. I did because I don't have time to take care of you every day. If you don't hurry up and get better, it will cause me a lot of trouble. That way, I can feel at ease and work productively again. So she prepared a teapot and poured boiling water into a teacup. He then mixed in the medicine. I tried to lift myself up, but I wavered a bit. Still, I felt better than I had felt that afternoon. Are you okay? I suppose I looked feeble because Soji put his arm around my back to support me. Holding me with one hand, he took the teacup with his other. Can you drink this? He put the cup close to my mouth. No. Surprised, I instinctively shook my head. What he meant was if I could drink it on my own, but it didn't come across that way. I have no choice then. If you can't drink it, then shall I feed it to you mouth to mouth? What? That's... I was a little happy. Honestly, maybe I was anxious. In any case, I was embarrassed. Embarrassment away. Um, what do you mean, What's wrong? Your face is bright red all of a sudden. It looks like your fever has risen. You need to drink the medicine. Face this way. No way. I'm not mentally prepared. In a panic, I was making a fuss when I suddenly heard him burst into laughter. Just kidding, it was just a joke. Did you take me seriously? He said as he chuckled. A joke? You were teasing me? I frowned angrily as I replied. Sorry. Your reaction was just too cute. I had to. Guess I should have actually done it. Then again, I would have felt sorry for you. He sounded a little disappointed. My anger somehow disappeared. I feel sorry, huh? Did I really look that disgusted? In the end, we didn't do mouth to mouth, but Soji kept his other hand around my back. It may have been because his face was so close, but either way, I was nervous. I was about to spill my drink because of that. Hey, you really can't drink it by yourself. He said astounded as he took the teacup. Again, he took the cup and put it near my mouth. This time, I was still and allowed him to do it. After drinking the medicine, Soji wiped my lips with his hand. He finally drank it. You are quite worrisome. Oh, and did you pretend you couldn't drink it so I wouldn't give it to you mouth to mouth? Of course not. I overreacted in response to his badgering. I felt like my temperature was about to rise again. Soji had a mischievous smile on his face. I wondered why. It was as if... Is sad? That was what it felt like. Was it just my imagination? I smiled back at Soji as I was talking to myself. I don't know, but hey, we got CGI, so I'm cool with that. I'm happy. I'm cool. All right, so we got 33%. Yes, good progress. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video. I want to say vote for the next person. We only have one person left, so it's kind of silly to say. Leave a comment below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Kaze out.